Alright, so today we are going to be reviewing for your Chapter 2 test, which is tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing a couple questions on these whiteboards, and as I'm doing them, what I would like for you guys to do is to stop it as soon as I show the picture. So for instance, this is our first question. You're going to pause the video, and you're going to try this question. You want to answer all of these. You want to answer the growth, the starting value, the equation, and how many tiles are in figure 30. Then I'm going to go through all these problems, so I want you to pause it so that way you can see if you can answer the question first. And then I'm going to go through how to do it so you can check your work. And then at the very end, I'm going to give you a answer that you are going to write in the blank. This shows me that you actually watched the video and understand the problem. Okay? So this was from our first couple lessons, and that was the patterns. So again, pause the video, try it. Here we go. We're going to solve it. So first and foremost, in order to solve this pattern, we need to know what figure 0 looks like. So we need to know what the pattern that's happening is. Well, if I look from here to here, I notice I still have this middle figure. I still have these 4 on the outside, but I am adding these 4 more on the outside. So from here to here, I added 4 figures. And I can count over here again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13, so I went from 9 to 13, which means, again, I added 4 more. So right now I know that my growth is I am adding 4 every time. I need to know my starting value. So that means I'm going to subtract 4, which means these 4 are going to be gone, so I will have 1 tile as my starting value. From there, I'm going to write an equation. Remember, my equation is y equals growth, which in this case is 4, times x plus 1, my starting value. So that's my equation. And it's important to have the equation because that's how I'm going to figure out how much are in figure 30. I don't want to keep going and draw it up until I get to figure 30. So I'm going to take my equation, 4 times 30 plus 1. So let's see, 4 times 30 is 120 plus 1 is 121. So this is how we're going to do our patterns. Okay, so check your work, make sure that you got that right. If you didn't get that right, again, go through and watch how I solved it and see if that will help, okay? The second thing, we're going to keep going. We're going to stop the video in a little bit, but we're going to keep going. The second thing that you guys had to do was look for a slope. So I'm going to start off with these lines that we have. We have 4 different lines, and I want you to find the slope of all 4. So again, pause the video, see if you can figure out the slope of all 4 of these lines. Remember, slope is rise over run. So we want it to be a fraction, and we want the up and down number to go first and the left and right number to go second. Okay? So again, you're pausing the video, you're checking, you're seeing if you can do this. So let's start off with this red line. If I were to draw a little triangle, that triangle would look just like this. From this point to this point, I had to go down 3 boxes. Because I went down, that means that it's a -3. And then I had to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. Because I'm going to the right, we know that that means +5. If I was going to the left, that would mean -5. So my slope for this red line is -3/5. Okay, let's look at the purple line. So again, I'm going to draw a little triangle. So I'm going to draw my triangle looking just like this. Okay, so from this point to this point, it looks like I'm counting up 3. So since I'm counting up this time, it's going to be a +3 of rise 3. And then it looks like it only goes over 1 little box. And again, it's still going to the right, so that would still be a positive. So this purple line, my slope for this purple line is going to be 3 over 1, or just, that's an ugly 3, let's try that again, 3 over 1, or just 3. Then we have these two other horizontal lines. I can't really draw a triangle from one point to the other, it just kind of goes through, right? This point doesn't go up or down any, so our rise is 0, but we do run 2. Remember, if I have 0 over 2, that's the same thing as 0. So my slope for that pink line is 0. And then for this one, again, I am going up, so I'm rising 2, but I'm going left and right 0. If I type this into my calculator, it's going to tell me error, which means that this is an undefined slope. This is our only time where our answer for a slope is not an actual number, is when it's a straight up and down vertical line. Okay? This is the second part of your test. So again, we should know how to do our patterns. We should know how to find a slope from a given line. And that's going to be the end of this first video. The answer to this first question is going to be 4. Just the number 4. All you have to do is type in a number 4 in the blank and I'll know that you watched the video, okay? All right, I'll do a second video.